We are still with you in our near live coverage of the devastating earthquake that struck Turkey and Syria. It's now 1 o'clock in the morning on February 8th. Unfortunately, here's the latest development. About half an hour ago, the Jordanian Seismological Center announced that an earthquake with a magnitude of 4.4 on the Richter scale occurred, with its epicenter in Palestine, specifically in Nablus. A large number of our people in Palestine felt this earthquake. Is there an expansion in the earthquake's area? Is there? Is it the black hole? From Kahramanmaraş in southern Turkey, did the aftershocks reach? Is this an aftershock? Did it reach Palestine? I don't think it's an aftershock. It's in Kahramanmaraş because the aftershocks are centered in Kahramanmaraş in southern Turkey. By the way, there have been more than 500 earthquakes and aftershocks so far. So the earthquake in Palestine is new and many residents felt it and it caused cracks. We'll talk more about it here and see. Brand new videos of the Turkish and Syrian disaster. Don't go far, we'll be back in a few seconds. Welcome once again. If this is your first time, you're watching this channel or you're watching this program for the first time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't forget to subscribe, activate the notification bell, and give the video a like if you enjoyed it. The international spokesperson, the spokesperson for the International Federation of the Red Crescent, has arrived, and the Red Cross said that the scale of destruction in Turkey and Syria is very large. And we told you that the coming days will reveal and uncover truly massive destruction. This is an on-the-ground image of Kahramanmaraş, which is the center of the destruction, the center of the tragedy. The tragedy started here. You will see an image before the earthquake here in front of you, and here you will see the image after the earthquake. 3, 4, the city was wiped off the map, unfortunately. So far, there have been 500 earthquakes, and these are aftershocks from Monday at 4 in the morning until Tuesday. Now it's 1 o'clock on Wednesday. 1 o'clock in the morning. The Turkish government made an important announcement. It will take responsibility for the children who lost their families, including both Turks and Syrians. By the way, the scale of the Syrian tragedy in Turkey is no less than the scale of the tragedy in Syria. There is a huge number of Syrians. In Hatay, in Antakya, in Antalya, in Gaziantep, these are disaster-stricken cities. There are many Syrian victims, missing Syrians and displaced Syrians. Entire families and children have lost their families. The Turkish government announced that it will take responsibility for these children. This picture showing hundreds of people was taken just a little while ago at Istanbul airport. Hundreds of Turkish and Syrian volunteers living in Turkey are asking to volunteer with the rescue teams. The new thing about this is that Turkey has announced, and the Turkish Vice President announced, that electricity and gas service along with mobile bakeries will be up and running starting tomorrow morning. In the affected areas, electricity will be restored gradually, gas will be supplied again for heating, and there will be field bakeries. There are 200 electric generators, and now there are 100,000 tents in the affected areas. Of course, you'll now see the first video. This is the port of Iskenderun in Hatay province. Until now, it is still burning. Every time the fire is put out, unfortunately, an aftershock happens and ignites the port again. 500 earthquakes so far, earthquakes and aftershocks. As for video number 2, it's a very touching video. It's of a child being given water by a member of the rescue teams. After spending dozens of hours under the rubble, all he asks for is one thing, just water. Thank God for the survival of this child. 61,000 Turkish rescuers are working in the affected areas. As for the death toll in Turkey has risen to 6,000, 35,000 injured. Of course, 6,000 dead is a very large number. Many of them are Syrians. Until now, we don't know how many, but trust that it is a very large number. As for the 35,000 injured, I can almost confirm that more than a quarter of them are Syrians. More than 300 have collapsed. As for Syria, specifically in northern Syria, more than 375 buildings have completely collapsed. and more than 1,200 buildings have partially collapsed, with thousands of buildings damaged. Thousands of damaged buildings mean these are buildings ready to collapse, buildings prepared to collapse. These aftershocks, even a small aftershock in Kahramanmaraş, will cause all these buildings to collapse. So the situation is very tragic in northern Syria. 6,000 dead across all of Syria, 6,000 officially so far in Turkey. But as I told you before, I expect the death toll in Turkey and Syria to reach 40,000 or more. There are unofficial statistics that say there are 10,000 dead in northern Syria. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to confirm this, but these are the unofficial statistics and they are being widely circulated. The World Health Organization said, and this is a serious statement, 23 million people in Turkey and Syria are threatened or at risk because of it. The earthquakes, this is the result of the destruction caused by this earthquake. This is that black spot in Kahramanmaraş, which extended with a diameter of 180 kilometers ending at Aleppo. From southern Turkey to northern Syria and the surrounding area, all are disaster-stricken areas, whether in Turkey or in Syria. Hatay province had the largest share of destruction, Hatay province. Thousands of Syrians are missing, hundreds of Syrians have been killed, thousands of Syrians are missing, thousands of Syrians are displaced. But the Turkish government announced that it has reached these people and currently they are staying in tents. They brought them generators and provided food. And rescue teams, 61,000 rescue workers, including those who came from all over the world, are still working to recover whoever is left, whether it's one or two people. Tens of thousands are still trapped under the rubble. That's why I told you the coming days will bring many, many surprises. The most important statement is from the spokesperson for the Secretary General of the United Nations, and it's a very important statement. Sanctions should not stand in the way of delivering aid to those affected, and this is an important statement. So, the United Nations will bypass the sanctions on Syria, and aid will be delivered to those affected in Syria after repairing the damaged roads, because the only road between Turkey and Syria is the Bab al-Hawa crossing, and that road is destroyed. So they will try to open other crossings and look for other ways to get this aid into Syria. Syria, we will also start to see. This image is also being widely shared, showing the Algerian civil protection men who are volunteer rescue teams that came from Algeria to help Syria in the rescue operations. This image in front of you is of the Algerian civil protection men as they performed the Asr prayer before starting the rescue operations in Aleppo. Salute to our people in Algeria, salute to the UAE, salute to Tunisia, salute to Qatar, salute to Egypt, and salute to Saudi Arabia, which also ordered an airlift, urgent and humanitarian, between Saudi Arabia, Tunisia, and Syria. Salute to all these Arab countries that announced urgent and immediate aid to Syria. As I said, we are moving along with you. Ahmad Al-Dira, producer and host of the Show Saye program. Stay well.